So I've talked a little bit on here about how I was working on trying to get in to see a geneticist to see if I could get an HEDS, hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome diagnosis. Now, they send you to a geneticist because EDS typically has a genetic marker. HEDS does not. So I went in to see this doctor. Now, from the time that my primary requested this appointment to the time that I was actually able to get in and see a geneticist, excuse you, it was like a year. Then I get into this room, and this woman is in like the back room. It's almost like a storage room. It's a large room, but it's like there's an L-shaped desk, her laptop, and 2 chairs. And that's it. There's nothing on the walls. There's no other books. There's no other nothing. And she's got her shoes kicked off underneath her desk. So she starts measuring all of my joints to see how overextended they are. And when she's done doing all of her measuring, she sits me down to tell me that she does not believe that HEDS is a thing. She thinks that it's just some condition or something that goes along with some other disease because it doesn't have a genetic marker. And then she tells me that she doesn't think I have it. Now, she doesn't, it's not that she thinks I don't have it because she doesn't think HEDS is real. She doesn't think that I'm overextended enough, basically. And it's frustrating because all of my family is hypermobile. My mom has some things going on with her back that her doctor has told her are hereditary. But when I told them to the geneticist said they're congenital, not hereditary. And so I don't know if my mom misunderstood or if her doctor used the wrong word or if this doctor just didn't want to take that into consideration. I'm not sure. I do know that my orthopedic doctor, my rheumatologist, my podiatrist, all of them have said that I'm hypermobile. I have floating patella, I have hypermobility in my feet and my hands and my hips, and so I feel like there's something, could it just be that I'm just hypermobile all over the place? Sure, that could be it. But it's to the point where like I have to sleep with 2 heating pads because otherwise I can't get comfortable enough to actually sleep. And I wear kinesiology tape almost every single day, and I am in so much pain. I am near tears almost every day, and this is on top of all of the Crohn's pain that I have. This is my hands and my fingers and my knees and my toes, and like it's just, I had surgery on my left foot because I had a bad bunion, and so I have titanium in my left foot that has just gone back to where it was before the surgery. And if you've ever had bone surgery, it is worse than any other surgery I've ever had in my entire fucking life. And right now, if you didn't do an x-ray to see that there was titanium screws in my fucking foot, it looks just like it did before the surgery. So I feel like maybe there's something going on, and this doctor didn't even want to do genetic tests to see if there was anything else going on. She was just like, well, what you thought it might be is definitely not it by her standards, even though by her standards this thing doesn't really exist or it's not really EDS. And so she just sends me on my way and says if they ever come up with an HEDS genetic marker, she'll call me back in to have genetic testing done. But until then, no testing. So I know that there is a way that you can do genetic testing on your own, but it's several $100s, and I can't afford that right now as I'm getting ready to have a month off of work because of a surgery that I have to have. But I also am super frustrated because I am in a lot of pain, and it's joint pain, which typically they would prescribe NSAIDs for, but I can't take NSAIDs because of my Crohn's. So there is nothing that I can do or take to help my joints feel better. I just have to deal with the fact that I'm slipping and sliding all over the place and hope that maybe I get some answers before my back starts deteriorating like my mother's is. It's so frustrating to know or to feel like there's something going on and have a doctor just fully brush you off. Like I was there asking if I had like unicorn DNA or something. Like she legitimately treated me like I was just ridiculous for thinking that this was even possible. So I guess I just get to go on and try to figure this out, maybe. If anybody else has a lot of other hypermobility in their body, but it's not HEDS and you have some other diagnosis that maybe I haven't heard of, let me know. Because I feel like there is something going on, and I'm sick and tired of people just treating me like it's all in my head.